Good God Almighty, what is happening? The Boston Celtics once again just hornswoggled the Miami Heat. And they really done came out these last couple of games looking like a completely different team from games 1 through 3. And at the end of the day, it's really just a mentality thing. It's a mindset. They're a lot more aggressive on both sides of the ball, specifically defensively. They have been giving Miami hell. Because, yeah, they got the personnel, at least physically, to be great defensively. But it really just come down to if you want it or not. All the physical, athletic, measurable stuff is cool. But if you don't want it, people going to score on you. And again, with their backs being on the wall like this, they really ain't got no other choice but to bring it on both ends, which they certainly have done. And their defense did them a lot of good early on because it got them in transition and got everybody their rhythm early. And to go ahead and speak about them offensively, boy, they look absolutely spectacular. They look exactly as they did when they started the season when they was on that historic pace, knocking down threes at a high clip. The ball movement is ridiculously fantastic. And speaking of them on offense, I want to start with Jason Tatum, the most inconsistent superstar of all time, because he really set the tone at the beginning of the game with both his scoring and his overall playmaking. He came out really aggressive, getting downhill, getting his rhythm early. But boy, he was making some absolutely sensational passes, I'll tell you. He had that one assist on one of his drives to Marcus Smart in the corner where he whipped it over the Domski. He also had a crazy touch pass in the air to the corner. He missed the shot. I think that was Marcus Smart too, actually. He missed it, but Jesus, the ball movement for Boston was just unbelievable. And another person to know offensively was Derek White. Boy, he was torching the Heat tonight. And I absolutely knew that the Miami Heat were doomed when Al Horford and Jaylen Brown started knocking down three-pointers. With Al finding and knocking down his shot, it really allows Boston to really go 5 out and spread out the Heat defense, which opens up those driving lanes. And Jaylen Brown, prior to this game, was shooting 12% from 3. Absolute putrid numbers. But tonight, he was cooking with some grease, I ain't gonna lie. And the shift focus to the Heat, boy, they might be doomed now. It's crazy. Obviously, Gabe Vincent missed tonight, and that really hurt them a lot, I can't lie. Bro, some of the lineups that they was running were absolutely atrocious. Just terrible offensive lineups. Literally, when Jimmy sat down, they did not have a single just bucket getter on the court. Now, Caleb Martin's been playing fantastic in this series, but let's be honest, bro. Is that the guy you want leading a lineup at this point in time? I think not. Shout out to him still, though. He had a decent little game. Thought he tore his ACL for a second, but he seemed to be okay, hopefully. Boston finna be out there running against the Heat G League team in a minute, ain't it? The thing that has absolutely baffled me in regards to the Miami Heat for the past 2 games is Duncan Robinson consistently beating people off the dribble. I am absolutely dumbfounded. Now I understand he's a shooter, a great one at that, and that causes a lot of gravity and attention to him when people closing out, but Jesus Christ. Why is he actually dribbling now? He throwing up floaters and stuff. He was brought back to earth at least a little bit early in that 4th quarter because off one of his drives, he threw an absolutely horrendous pass straight out of bounds. All in all, though, this series done got a lot more interesting. Game 6, as it stands right now, might actually be the most important game in NBA history up to this point. Because, like, if Miami loses this, But yeah, I'm extremely invested in this series. Now, I've been talking pretty hot on Boston, and every time I've done that this season, they've shut me up. So we're going to see what happens moving forward.